So, in today's video, we will be reciting some Dohes, and we are going to be learning about Kabir Das. So, today we are going to be learning about Kabir Das and his Dohes. Dohe means couplets, 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 couplets. So, do you know who was Kabir Das? No? That's good, because we're gonna learn about him anyways. No? Think of me as your teacher today. I'm kind of your teacher. I'm gonna be learning and reciting Kabir Das's couplets, and the couplets are gonna be in Hindi. However, it's kind of Hindi, kind of Sanskrit, but the meaning behind those couplets are gonna be in English, because I know most of my audience, well, I don't know, but I'm guessing that most of my audience is English speaker. So the dohas are gonna be in Hindi, but the meaning behind the dohas, the meaning behind the couplets is gonna be in English. Okay, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So the guy who wrote all these couplets, let's learn a little bit about him. Okay, you with me? Let's go. So I made some notes and I wrote down all the dohas and meanings behind the dohas here. And reading these meanings to you, the birth of Kabir Das is a little bit of mystery. Little bit of mystery. Little bit of mystery. Some say that he was born in 1398, which is kind of true but cannot be confirmed right now. Although the Wikipedia says that it is 1398 because his mother was unwed when she had him. She had to give up the baby. So she gave up Kabir Das, and he was adopted by a Muslim weaver. Muslim weaver family. He grew up to become a kind of a mystic poet. I didn't know it, that I was a poet, kind of a musician too. So multi-talented being over here, okay? He was considered a saint by Hindus and a Sufi by Muslims. Although he respected all the religions, he himself was very critical about every religion. He was never actually formally educated. He was never formally educated. And can you imagine somebody who was not formally educated, grew up to be a poet and a musician and respected by all these cultures? According to the legend, the only word he knew to write, the only word that he ever learned truly, was Rama. Or technically it's Ram, but in English it's called Rama. Rama. But in Hindi you would say just Ram. You know, Ram, Bhagwan, Ram God. He is known for his poetry because he picks up on the situations in our daily lives. So it's very interesting because we're going to be learning about these couplets today. And they're going to be kind of based on our life situations. So maybe they might help you in your situation today. Okay. And also, I should also show you my dress today. This is called a chunni. It's filled with all these different colors. Look at them. I think it looks really, really pretty. It's one of my favorite chunnis actually. Okay, let's begin reading these couplets. I feel like I'm a Hindi teacher right now, although I'm going to be speaking in English. I'm going to be explaining meanings in English, but I kind of feel like a strict teacher, a strict Hindi teacher. So the first Doha says, कबीर खड़ा बाजार में, सबकी मांगे खैर, ना काहू से दोस्ती, ना काहू से बैर. He is trying to tell us that one must always think well of everyone. And there is no need to be over friendly with anybody, or neither do we have to be hostile to anyone. You're not supposed to be over friendly with anybody, and you're not supposed to be hostile to anyone. And that's a beautiful meaning. If you can use it in your life, then great. कहे कबीर कैसे निभाए, कहे कबीर कैसे निभाए, करे बैर को संग, वह जूमत रस आपनी, उसके फाटक अंग. People who are different by nature cannot live together. If your nature is different than my nature, we cannot live together. For example, if banana trees and jujube trees are planted together near each other, the jujube tree will swing with the air and the wind, whereas the banana tree leaves actually will get torn by its thorns. So I don't know. It says that people with different nature cannot live together. And maybe it's true, because you can actually live with people who have different personalities, but you can't live with people who have different nature. Somebody could be really, really, really strong by nature, and somebody can be very weak by nature. And if they go through the same life situations together, one may survive, one may not survive. You know? The second one was kind of deep. The first one was okayish, I would say. Let's do the third one. साईं इतना दीजिए, साईं इतना दीजिए, जामे कुटुम समाए, साईं इतना दीजिए जामे कुटुम समाए, मैं भी भूखा ना रहूं, साधु न भूखा जाए. Actually, it's one of my favorite ones. It is one of my favorite ones when I was growing up. What does it mean? So here, the poet, the mystic poet Kabir Das is trying to say, he actually is requesting the God, the Almighty. He is requesting the God Almighty to give him only as much as is required. He doesn't want anything more, he doesn't want anything less. He says, oh God, please give me as much as it is required to feed my family, and if any guest shows up, comes around, then he should be able to feed him as well. It means you should only have what you need, as there is no use in having too much, 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 much. And I think it is one of my favorite ones because it kind of humbles you down. Because in our daily situations, we're always thriving for more. Everybody wants more. And it is true, it's by human nature. Human always wants better and better and better, you know. But actually, that is the problem itself. Because we want more, we are always tense. We're always thinking about more. We're not living in the present. We're living in the future, or we're living in the past. And it's very less often that we are in the present itself. So that's why it is one of my favorite ones. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, so the next one is actually kind of a dark one. I think it's a little dark, but you know what? Once in a while, everything gets dark, so it might actually help you realize something. I'm honestly saying it's literally life lessons. It's less of like couplets and poetry, it's more like life lessons, actual life lessons with Rana today. Okay, so the next one says, Mati, Mati, Mati कहे कुमार से, तू क्या रौंदे मोए, एक दिन ऐसा आएगा, मैं रौंदूंगा तोए. It's very dark actually, I think, but I'm gonna repeat it again. माटी कहे कुमार से, तू क्या रौंदे मोए, एक दिन ऐसा आएगा, मैं रौंदूंगा तोए. What does it mean? It means that the soil, the dirt, the soil, the dirt, the soil tells the pot maker that you think you are kicking and kneading me with your feet, but there will be a day when you will be below me, which is buried after death. I know it's a little dark, and I will need you. Like, need you, not I will need you. I will need you. K-N-E-E-D. Need you. I think it's very dark actually, because this is the soil that is conveying this message that, hey, you think you are kicking and needing me right now, but there will be a day that you won't be able to do anything, and I will be needing you. You will be under me. Which, on a deeper level, if you can think, is, I mean, yes, it's a story of like soil and pot maker, but it could be about something else, you know. I think it could be about a rich person taking advantage of a poor guy, and not a poor guy, but like somebody taking advantage of something. But there will be one day that it might be on the flip side, you know. Could be on the flip side, and then the other person will be needing you. I don't know. I mean, the actual meaning behind it kind of seems very dark, because the soil is like, hey, buddy boy, you're gonna be dead. But we never know what will happen in real life. So let's get past this dark one. Let's go to the next one. The next one says, Mala ferat juk bhaya. Mala ferat juk bhaya. Fera na man ka fer. Karka man ka dar de. Karka man ka dar de. Man ka fer. Mala ferat juk bhaya. Fera na man ka fer. Karka man ka dar de. Man ka fer. Man ka fer. It's a very poetic one. Like, it's very rhyming and all that. So I like it. Here, Kabir Das is saying that this is a sarcasm on people. It is literally sarcasm. Sarcasm on people who are blind followers of a religion. Kabir says, you spent your life turning the beads of the rosemary. You know, the religious people, they're turning the beads and reciting the name of the God. He says, you spent your lifetime turning these rosemary beads, but you could not turn your own heart. So he says, leave these rosemary and try to change the evil that exists in your heart. Which is very true, because there are people, and it's not just me saying, it's a fact, and we all know, and we have all seen people do selfish things in the name of religion. They're praising the Lord, whichever Lord it may be, could be from any religion, any. But they have done some selfish things, some really bad things in the world, affecting millions of people. And it's not just me saying it, it's in the history books. You can look it up. Any history book you pick up, you will see that. You will find it. So I think it is very profound of him to talk about that. As I said before, he is very respectful of every religion, but he is very critical of every religion as well. This one was a really profound one. to the next one. Next one. गुरु गोबिंद दोनों खड़े, काके लांगू पाए, बलिहारी गुरु आपनो, गोविंद दियो मिलाए। गुरु गोबिंद दोनों खड़े, काके लांगू पाए, बलिहारी गुरु आपनो, गोविंद दियो मिलाए। What does it mean? He's saying a teacher is even greater than God Himself. He quips that if the teacher and the God are both in front of Him, who will He greet first? The teacher's teachings has made it possible for him to see the God. So he thinks that a teacher, a guru himself, is greater than God. Because if there was no teacher, if there was no guru, he wouldn't be able to see the God himself, God in the first place. And if he couldn't see the God in the first place, then what's the point? And I guess it's true, and we have actually lost the meaning of being a teacher in this today's day and age. A teacher is not just somebody who gives you marks, who is there to discipline you, but he is the one who shows you the way to achieve greatness. A good teacher is not just there to teach you mere subjects, but a good teacher teaches you how essentially you could teach yourself, or how you can get on the right track in life. I mean, yes, we have lost the meaning, but does not mean that we have lost good teachers. There are really, really good teachers out there who actually, some might even say that this teacher saved my life. And there are people like that, which we need to appreciate. And that's why he's saying that even if the God shows up and the teacher shows up at the same time, he will first greet the teacher. But that doesn't mean that he's disrespecting God. He's just giving his appreciation to the teacher. And I think it's really, really powerful. Okay, almost towards the end. I have two more left. Two more. Okay. This one says, अति का भला ना बोलन, अति का भला ना बोलन, अति की भली न चुप, अति का भला न बरसना, अति की भली न धूप। अति का भला न बोलन, अति की भली न चुप, अति का भला न बरसना, अति की भली न धूप. So, in this one, Kabir Das says that too much of anything is never good. One must exercise the control and be moderate in everything. Too much talking is not good, and being silent for too long is also not good. Just like how too much rain is not good and too much sunshine is also not good. Which is kind of really good life lessons actually. You shouldn't be too much of anything. If you drink too much, you're an alcoholic. If you smoke too much, you're a smoker. If you play too much, you're a player. I don't know. Too much of anything is never good. You have to have some kind of balance in life, some kind of control. That is how you will achieve greatness. It is true. If it rains too much, it might not be good for the vegetation. It might be good for anything. Too much water is not good. Too much sunshine is also not good. It might create drought if there is no water and only sunshine. That is why you have to have some control, some balance, and that's how life remains really good. Okay, we're almost at the end. Almost at the end. Last one says, बुरा जो देखन मैं चला, बुरा जो देखन मैं चला, बुरा न मिलिया कोई, बुरा जो देखन मैं चला, बुरा न मिलिया कोई, जो मन खोजा आपना तो मुझसे बुरा न कोई, जो मन खोजा आपना तो मुझसे बुरा न कोई. Which means Kabir says that he searched the world, the whole wide world. He searched the world for the bad guy. He was looking for the bad guy. But the real evil person he couldn't find. He could not find the real evil person. No matter where he looked, then he looked at his own mind, his own thinking process, and then he found the real evil person in his mind, unchecked, unchecked, unchecked. So, this is about this Doha is about when he accuses, when he condemns another. It is our own mind that is doing the finger pointing, and the other person is probably innocent and a victim of his own circumstances. Were we to inhabit the condemned person's body, the life he lived, and have his conditioning, then we would behave and act the same. It is a real thinker. He's saying that I looked for this bad person. I looked everywhere. I didn't find it. But when I looked at my own mind, it was unchecked. And then I found the real bad person. Because if you think about in our life we do a lot of finger pointing. Nobody actually, I shouldn't say nobody, but most people don't actually look at themselves. They don't blame themselves for anything. They look for another person to blame first. It is a very long process. And then we think about, hey, wait a second. Maybe it's me. Maybe I am doing this to myself. Because what happens inside here is always our doing. Once we have a control over here, we can be a really better person. So if you think about it, if you think about other person's life, his life conditioning, his life, his body, what they did is something that we would have done that too. Something to think about. But that's all for today. I hope you guys learned something. And if not, maybe it made you feel relaxed. Hopefully it didn't make you think too hard. Don't think too hard about anything. Just relax. Hope you had a good session. Good couplet session. Couplets. And hope you learned something.